Hey, what's up guys? It's Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. All right, I want to talk to you guys about how we do our contracts, maybe some contractor secrets, and maybe just some quick tips and some helpful ideas here for you guys that are submitting your contracts, your quotes, your proposals to your customers and clients that I think can really help you guys out and make more money along the way. Let's check it out. All right guys, so what's going on? My name is Brian with Brian's Lawn Maintenance. We are a channel all about helping you guys grow a more successful lawn and landscape business so you guys can go out there and crush it. So if you guys are new, definitely hit that subscribe button. I think you'll get a lot out of the channel. Here's the thing I want to talk about today is contracts. As you guys might see right now, we are doing a quick commercial bid, and this is what kind of prompted this video. We're doing a lot of grass, a lot of mulch, the whole deal. So here's the reality. Some of y'all are sending me your quotes and your bids right now, and I like a lot of what I see. Now, here's the deal. I'm not the guru. I don't have it all figured out. But there's some things that some of you guys are sending me that I want to get your thoughts and opinions on. Namely, line items and breaking things down for your customers. What do I mean? Well, let me show you guys my contract right here that we've been using. A lot of you guys have been picking up our contract on launchpreneuracademy.com. It's 20 bucks. Not the point of the video, but here's the bottom line. You guys can see that we have things broken down into about 7 or 8 different categories. Lawn maintenance, weeding of the boulevards, mulch installation, so on and so forth. Well, I want to talk about mulch installation specifically. Let's say you're doing a commercial property and it's 12 yards of mulch. And let's say that between our labor hours for our man hour rate and the price of the mulch, it's $1,200 bucks, $100 a yard, or $11.95 for my salespeople, right? Now, here's the deal. Here's why I don't break things down as a line item on our contract is because the customer, when you do that, now has ammo to come back at you with your pricing, and sometimes they nitpick the line item pricing. And by the way, this isn't just for commercial, this is for residential as well. Let me show you 2 case studies here, 2 examples on this, and we'll keep this short and sweet. As you guys can see right here, I had a little scribble. We have 12 yards of mulch at $100. That's $1,200 for the mulch, right? But our cost is only $30 a yard. As you can see, we have 6 labor hours invested. That's $25 per guy. 150 bucks. So this mulch job is $13.50 or $13.25, right? But here's the point I want to make is that what happens when the customer starts rebuttaling your $30 per yard install? They're like, wait a minute, you're tripling the price on me? What if your man hour rate is $50 a man hour? And instead, you know, you got the customer saying, wait a minute, you're paying $50 per guy to install this mulch? See, when I do my commercial bidding or even my residential bidding for our contracts, I do mulch installation, quantity 1, price $1,200 bucks. I don't break anything down line item. When I bid the project, of course, on my end, I've got to know my numbers. I've got to know my costs. What's my material costs, my labor cost, my overhead costs, right? But one quick tip that I give you guys is maybe not break down things by line item as much as I'm seeing out there. Again, this is just my opinion. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion, so make sure you leave some comments down below. I've heard some of you guys even point this out too. Let's say that my mulch job is $100 per yard installed, and I'm only buying that mulch for $30 a yard. Well, the profit in what we do comes from charging the customer 2, 2.5, 3 times as much as that material costs, plus the labor. There's a little bit of margin on the labor. But if I have a customer going, well, why are you charging me $100 for the yard of mulch when you only get it for $30? Why don't I buy it for $30 and just get it delivered and just pay you labor? I love those customers. Why don't you just install it for me? And by the way, do you guys do that? Because I 100% don't. And here's why. The profit in the job is by buying the material and charging 2.5 times to deliver it and install it, right? Same thing on my labor. When I have an employee that I'm paying $16 an hour, I'm running $50, $60 man hour rates on that guy, and that's my margin to also create profit, that delta. I get to keep both. For example, when you go and buy a set of brakes, let's say a brake job is 450 bucks. I know that the brakes that they're selling me, let's say it's $30 for each wheel, for each caliper. I don't know, it's 120 bucks. We all know they're charging me 2 to 3x on the brake calipers, the brake pads, to install them on my vehicle. I have no problem with that. I don't go to an auto shop and say, hey, if I bring my own brake pads, can you just charge me labor? No, that's not what you do. I heard one of you guys even say, I don't go to a nice steak restaurant, bring in my own filet, and then throw it on the grill, and then have them just charge me labor to fire up my steak. I thought that was a really good one. And so here's the deal. One contractor secret that I'll give you guys is don't break things down by line item for your customers. If you want to do bed redefining, if you want to have it all broken down like in a paragraph, that's fine. Like, you have to have detailed notes on your landscaping job. However, if you break things down by line item, you potentially are going to have to negotiate. You might get into a price war, a bidding war, and even worse is when they take your estimate from you and they go compare it around to other contractors and they start shopping it around. I think that's really disingenuous. I think it's really frustrating as a contractor when people try to nickel and dime your prices. Let me give you one other instance and we'll wrap this up. This is another one that I've got. Let's say you're doing a removal of a tree and replacing a tree. For example, let's say you have a $125 dump fee that you line item, and then also $650 for the tree replacement. Well, what happens when the customer goes price shops and they say, well, you're only getting that tree for $350. I shopped my local nursery. And then they also go, $125 for a dump fee? You know, you can just get rid of that thing for 25 or 30 bucks. This should, you know, $775, this should only be really, you know, $400, maybe $500. You're overcharging me by 200 bucks. You guys see again the slippery slope that we get into when you start breaking things down by the line item, because you know, some customers are very educated and I like that, because then I can talk even more intelligently with those customers and we can be on the same wavelength. However, they don't know my overhead, they don't know my costs, they don't know all the other things associated with running a business that I have to pay for, and that's where this margin comes into play. They don't know that to guarantee that tree, I have to charge 2.5 times to make sure that that tree, when I install it, doesn't die. And if it does die, I guarantee it because I charge 2.5 times. That's if you're guaranteeing a tree, right? I don't do a lot of planting, but catch the concept. So here's my bottom line. Here's the big question I have for you guys. Do you break things down by the line item? For us personally, we don't. I'll do mulch installation, quantity one, and their price. I don't break anything else down. I will leave a paragraph or a description in the notes of that estimate, and it'll say redefining bed edges, fresh install of 2 inches of mulch, maybe even removal of old mulch if you have to do that, and price all this appropriately. But I'm not gonna start breaking things down by the line item because I don't wanna have that tug of war with the customer. Why am I charging 2.5 times for the mulch? Why is my labor rate $50 per man hour? Well, the other guy's $20 per man hour. Look, I don't know that dude's business. I've got my overhead and my costs, right? Here's the bottom line. One big contractor secret is don't break things down by line item. If you need to, go ahead and do it. But for me personally, and a lot of contracts I see from you guys, sod installation, you know, rental of the skid steer, delivery of sod, the mulch, the sod install, overseeding, you guys break down the pins for the sod. I'm like, oh, I'm not criticizing you guys. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't do that. I would say sod install, 1,800 bucks, sod install, 3,400 bucks, and just leave it at that. And again, keep a description in the paragraph of what you're going to be doing, but don't leave it up to negotiation. Does that make sense? So anyway, short and sweet, this is my fun video on secrets for contracts. This is what's worked really well for us. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Leave me some comments down below. What's your guys' approach? And that's it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Check out these other great videos if you guys want to keep up with what we got going on in the channel, and we will definitely catch up with you guys on the next one.